Hi guys, Rory from Your Golf Travel. I'm sitting here today with Mr. Tony Jacklin. Say hello, Tony.
Hi.
Obviously the Ryder Cup's coming up soon, so we're going to test Tony's Ryder Cup knowledge of his own career and a bit of random trivia as well. Obviously Tony played and spearheaded Europe's revival in the competition itself and captained 4 times, is that correct?
4 times.
4 times. So Tony should be the knowledge on Ryder Cup. So I'm going to test him. So Tony, how many Ryder Cup points have you scored as a player?
I've got no clue. I didn't. My singles record wasn't that great, but I contributed quite a number of points in foursomes and 4-ball with different partners over the years. But it was never in my psyche. I didn't keep.
Did you hazard a guess?
Maybe I contributed, I don't know, 16, 17, 18?
17.
17, really.
Is a pretty good guess.
No, I didn't know.
There you go, team players, so not even keeping track of your own records. That's great. Prior to the famous concession with Nicklaus in 1969, was that Royal Birkdale, is that correct?
That's correct,
yeah. What score did you make on the 17th to keep that match going up the last?
I hold a putt from here to eternity. It was at least 40 or 50 feet, and I made eagle there. I dropped the 16th hole to go 1 down, and eagled 17 to. Nicklaus was well inside me there, and I made mine, and he missed his. So that took us to the 18th hole square.
Okay, fantastic. How many Ryder Cups have ended in a tie?
I think 2.
Correct.
That was the first one in '69, and '89 was
as a captain.
As a captain,
so you've been involved in both of them.
And I was. The '89 was a real tester because all the star players got beat in the singles. Faldo and there was Faldo got beat, Seve got beat, and Woosie got beat. I mean, and they were all anticipated points on the board, but the likes of Christy O'Connor Jr., God rest him, and Ronan Rafferty came through in the end there.
There you go. So, pretty good score so far. What was the score when you led Europe to long-awaited win in 1985, and that was at the Belfry final?
I only know that we ended up having more than 14 points.
You got the W, as Tiger would say.
Yeah, well, you know, it was just first past the winning post. The points, as far as I was concerned, didn't mean much. So
once that winning putt went in, it was just
it was
jubilation.
All, euphoria. I mean, it was fantastic.
Oh, well, you'll be glad to hear it was quite comfortable in there. It was 16.5 to 11.5.
Good.
What year was it when USA last lost a Ryder Cup previous to 1985?
When the US last lost.
And also
well,
that
it was
when
28 years. It was. I was at the Lindrick in 1957 as a 13-year-old boy, and a Diaresis team of 8 men. It was a different format in those days, but Di's team beat Jackie Burke's team to take it, and it was a jubilant day. It was an inspiration for me at that age. First time I had the opportunity to see world-class golf, living in Scunthorpe as I did, and Lindrick wasn't very far away, so my dad and I took the opportunity to see that. It was a great day.
So yeah, 1957, spot on. Who were your 3 wildcard picks for the 1985 Ryder Cup?
No idea.
Okay, so it was Ken Brown, Jose Riviero, and Nick Faldo.
Yeah, well, Nick probably wasn't playing as much golf in Europe at that time. He was concentrating around the world.
Because I was quite surprised to see his name as a wild card.
Yeah, well, it would be because he wasn't, he was, winning majors at that point in time. So he wasn't necessarily dedicated to playing in Europe all the time. I remember picking Jose Riviero primarily because it upset Christy Jr. so much. He didn't speak to me for about 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, until I picked him as a wild card in '89. And I didn't do that, to get back in his good books. But Rivero had won a tournament that previous year, and it had been at the Belfry. And although Christie Jr. and Rivero were very close money-wise on the money list, I had to go with Rivera because of the venue.
Yep.
He'd already proved he could win there, but it was upsetting for Christie. And as I say, we had a tough few years beyond that. But he came through as a captain. Speaking, of course, we all know what he did in '89 with that wonderful two-iron.
Yeah. I've actually hit a shot from that plaque, and embarrassingly I pull hooked it onto the 9th green, so that wasn't my finest moment on the golf course. But just a couple more questions. Who was captain for Team USA when Europe won their first ever Ryder Cup on US soil?
Nicklaus, my good friend. Jack, it was at Muirfield Village, of course, and Jack was the captain. He captained in '83 in Palm Beach Gardens, my first Ryder Cup captaincy, and he nipped us by a point there, and we got revenge at Muirfield Village, which was I always thought actually that was appropriate. His name and his persona was so huge. 18 major wins, the greatest player that ever walked. It didn't affect his personal credibility in any way, shape or form. He was the one guy that could take that defeat without it hurting him personally. And he's such a great sport anyway. It's a happy day, that.
So as it turns out, Mr. Ryder Cup on the European perspective knows his stuff, unsurprisingly. But we're going to ask you now, we're going to dip into a bit of clairvoyancy. Who's going to win this year's Ryder Cup?
I would be very surprised if America didn't take this one.
That seems to be quite a common perception as well.
Yeah, I mean, hometown advantage, but they've got a great group of young, good players, and there's a true determination there on their part. They've rallied the troops. They were all at Nicklaus's house, 30 of them early in the year, getting pep talks from Jack. And
can't be a bad person to have a bit of a word in your ear.
They've got David Slovers has got experience as a captain. Obviously, he was captain at Medina. He'll still be stinging from that. There is a real determination on their side to take this. If Europe are going to have a chance at all, they've got to get ahead early and maintain, and that'll quieten things down a bit crowd-wise. But
so no miracle at Medina this year in Hazeltine.
Well,
you never know. But
that's why we go, and I should be there very much. The best team will win, and I think the hometown advantage will be. I think advantage America at this stage anyway.
Hey, thank you very much, Tony. It's been a pleasure talking to you. The only answer I did not enjoy was that last one. I'm all for Team Europe, but anyway, thank you very much, Tony, and we look forward to the Ryder Cup.
Good.